Hi guys, this is the NSX experiment, and today we're actually getting out of the garage and going on a field trip. Stay tuned. Thanks to a suggestion from Hakasauars, which I'm almost certainly mispronouncing, but he's also a car guy and has some drifting and compilation videos on his own channel, and I'll put a link to his spot on the internet at the end of this video. But his suggestion was to get the yellow car out and have a dyno test done to see what she's putting to the wheels. I actually really liked this idea and thought it might be fun because I did the same thing with the TSX once it hit 500,000 miles to see what an old wore out Honda motor was putting out after all those miles.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I found out about the NSX before I bought it was that somewhere around the 90,000 mile mark, the engine was actually rebuilt at Acura Brookfield in Wisconsin. Now, although the dealer wouldn't send me an actual copy of the repair order because they wanted to protect their customer and it had the prior seller's information on it, and they didn't know who I was, the first time I ever called these guys. So, kudos to them for looking out for their customer, and they were actually very helpful. They recalled the repair, and they were more than willing to answer all my questions. So thumbs up to those guys. Appreciate that. Anyhow, that's when I learned that at around 90,000 miles, somebody had been whooping on the car pretty good. Just slamming through the gears, and they were going from third to fourth, and instead of going from third to fourth and finding glory in Valhalla, they kind of misshifted and went from third back down to second after redlining third and then downshifting to second, dumping the clutch. And you know, as great as these motors and drivetrains are, they were not designed to do that, and so you can see here that the gearbox is actually not much bigger than a credit card. So it's easy to see how somebody unfamiliar with these cars could do this type of mistake. Now I know the rebuild was pretty substantial because it had about a $7,000 price tag on it, and I also got a couple of pictures. But the good news is that it was not only rebuilt by an NSX trained technician, it was also rebuilt using all OEM parts. And said technician, from what I understand, is actually kind of well known in the NSX community. So I was pretty pleased to hear about that. So my car actually only has about 7,000 miles on the motor, and I'm just fine with that. But I was curious as to what an NA2 with a fairly fresh C32B in it was actually putting out. So I made a phone call over to Luke at Motor Mayhem in Meridian, Idaho, and I made an appointment to bring it over to put it on the dyno. So let's go over and check it out and see what she can do. So after 3 runs, you can see the old yellow car is putting out consistently around 260 horsepower. And that's in 4th gear at 125 miles per hour. She's got 2 gears to go, so now I'm kind of curious as to what her top speed might actually be. But I have no idea where I can do that safely and legally. But if you have any suggestions, let me know. Maybe that'll be a future video. I'm certainly happy with the results. 260 horse to the wheels from 290 at the crank, that's pretty good. Especially in a lightweight car like this that's so well balanced, and it's such a blast to drive. I'll most certainly be keeping it stock. For now. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping it stock. See you next week.